Hello everyone and welcome to our Dinosaurs Might Be Wrong program. Um, so basically, I just wanted to say that I got this idea from a YouTube series called Your Dinosaurs Are Wrong. So if you like my videos, then you should totally check that out on YouTube. It's called Dinosaurs Are Wrong. And it's a pretty good series if you haven't seen it already. Um, so what we're going to do here is we're going to look at some of the dinosaur toys we have in the library, and discuss how accurate or non-accurate those are. I'd also like to say that I'm still adjusting to this camera, so if you're seeing me look kind of off camera up in the air, I think I should get it pretty soon. I have a video feed I'm sort of looking at, but it's like delayed, so it's messing me up. Anyway, so we're looking at some of our dinosaur toys and discussing what's right, what's wrong about them, and why. And I'm gonna do this in about, I don't remember how many segments, and you'll see a video released every week. So first of all, let me just say that I really like dinosaurs and paleontology in general. And so one thing I really want to say with these videos is, okay, so obviously I'm a grown-up. And if you, I think because a lot of children, particularly younger children in preschool, really like dinosaurs, we associate dinosaurs and the love of dinosaurs with children. And of course, children, it's cool that children love dinosaurs. But if you were basically not a young child, if you are over, say, like 5 or 6, and you like dinosaurs or prehistoric animals, like, I'm here to say that that's like totally cool. Like, keep liking them. You know, this isn't just something for preschoolers to like. Everybody should like paleontology. What's paleontology? For those who don't know, it is the study of prehistoric life, or basically fossils, the remains of plants and animals that have been turned to stone over time. And it's the study of those prehistoric animals and plants using and studying fossils. Are fossils all bones? No. Fossils can be footprints, they can be eggs, and they can even be poop. And so the scientists who study those things to learn about these creatures and plants, because it's not all animals, are called paleontologists. And so if you're into dinosaurs and other prehistoric creatures, we'll call you a dinosaur nerd or a paleontologist. And dinosaur nerds, paleontology nerds, they can be any age. Now, if you are little and you're watching this, then great. But if you aren't, like, please keep watching my videos, because this subject is for everyone. I did want to point out some books we have here in the library if you want to learn more. The sort of what we call dinosaur section, or the paleontology section in the library, is the 560s. And dinosaurs are specifically in the 567. I think that Dewey call number is specifically for extinct creatures that are cold-blooded. Prehistoric mammals like woolly mammoths are, I think, they're close by. And this is a visual encyclopedia of dinosaurs by DK. This one's a little old. I might discard that. That's library speak for take it out of the collection, because we do have an updated version of this. The reason why I'm not holding the updated version is because it's checked out. But these books are really fun to look for, and they have grown-up versions of these as well. Also, I want to give a shout out to this book, The Age of Dinosaurs by Steve Brucette. I don't know if that's how he pronounces his name. He is a paleontologist. And this is also in the Y area, but this, as you can see, is a little bit thicker book. So this is good if you are like what we might call middle grade, maybe if you're in upper elementary or middle school. He also has a grown-up version of this called, I think, The Rise and the Fall of the Dinosaurs. And that's an adult nonfiction book, and it's one of the best dinosaur books I have ever read. So, and that's a grown person book, so by all means, grown people can be into dinosaurs too, as can little people. So my other big thing that I always like to talk about with dinosaurs and my enthusiasm, I keep saying dinosaurs, 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 are all prehistoric creatures dinosaurs? Like, are all fossils dinosaurs? Do paleontologists study dinosaurs and just dinosaurs? No, they absolutely do not. So to start this series, we're going to talk about a creature that is very much not a dinosaur that we have here in our collection, and you may have it in your collection. See if I can zoom him in. This guy is called Dimetrodon. And Dimetrodon is often confused for a dinosaur. It looks kind of like a dinosaur. It looks, like a prehistoric reptile. It was big, not large by, not as large as a T-Rex, not even close. I mean, it would probably come up to maybe, I don't know, like here or something. To me, and it's reptilian looking, so it looks like a dinosaur. Is it a dinosaur? No. What is Dimetrodon? I'll tell you in a second. There's a lot of creatures that get confused for dinosaurs. So let's just quickly say what is and isn't a dinosaur. So dinosaurs, this is where you want to maybe start reading these books to go more into it. But basically, they are prehistoric creatures. Both call them reptiles. They lived in an era in Earth's history called the Mesozoic, and that was made of 3 periods: the Triassic, Jurassic, and the Cretaceous. And dinosaurs lived from anywhere from, I want to say, 220 million years to 65 million years ago. That's when they went extinct. Like I said, they are technically reptiles. Although they are not closely related to lizards or to snakes, their closest relatives are crocodiles and you could say birds. You should say they are closely related to birds. I'm not going to get into that a whole lot right now, but you should totally read about birds and dinosaurs. One thing that makes them very unique is things in their skulls. I'm not going to get into that today either because that'll take up too much of our time. But the big thing is their legs are straight under their body, just like mammals, like dogs, cats, people. They do not have the sprawled posture like a lizard or even a crocodile might kind of. And they could swim. They might be able to, I don't know if any dinosaurs could actually fly. Maybe some of them could totally fly. But they were not, most of them they lived on land. So, saber-toothed cats, mammoths, direwolves, things like that. Definitely not dinosaurs. Those are mammals. What about, as some people call it, the swimming dinosaur in Jurassic World? That's a mosasaur. Mosasaurs are related to lizards and snakes, like really closely. And they lived in the oceans in the Cretaceous, not a dinosaur. What about other swimming reptiles like plesiosaurs? The ones with the long neck, looks like the long Loch Ness monster. Ichthyosaurs, the ones that look kind of like dolphins. Anything like that. Not dinosaurs. They were their own thing. They were reptiles that lived in the ocean. They weren't really close related to anything. What about pterosaurs or pterodactyls? The flying creatures, sometimes called flying dinosaurs. Not dinosaurs, but they were closely related to them. They were more closely related to them than any of those other creatures were. Why are they not dinosaurs? Science, that's why. No, it's actually just, their skeletons are just a little bit different than dinosaurs. So close, but not dinosaurs. So what is Dimetrodon? Dimetrodon is a type of animal called a synapsid. What's a synapsid? Well, mammals are a type of synapsid. That's referring, I think, to like your sinus. It's basically, this is a type of animal that I think, I'm gonna mess this up. They only have one hole behind their skull. Dinosaurs and some other reptiles have 2 holes in their skulls. So Dimetrodon was part of a group of animals that are Synapsids are mammals and they're prehistoric sort of ancestors' relatives. So Dimetrodon was I'm going to call it a non-mammalian synapsid. When I was a kid, they called these creatures mammal-like reptiles, meaning they thought they were reptiles that were very mammal-like. Now scientists are saying animals like Dimetrodon are technically not reptiles. They're sort of their own thing, even though some of them, like Dimetrodon, look like overgrown lizards. The thing too you need to know about Dimetrodon is it lived in the Permian period, and it lived from about 280 to 265 million years ago. That's like way before the dinosaurs, so it did not live with the dinosaurs. So about this toy. Now, as far as I'm concerned, there's not a ton about Dimetrodon you can get wrong other than calling it a dinosaur. I mean, yes, it's this sort of large lizard-looking creature with a sail on its back. So I've seen a lot of pictures with the legs kind of sprout out like this, but recently I've seen more pictures of it with the legs straight, more like a dinosaur, interestingly enough. I guess it's based on some recent studies. I wasn't able to find a lot about those studies. There was something, I'm sorry, I've got some notes here. Basically, Dimetrodon is it means 2 measures of a tooth, and that's referring to the fact that Dimetrodon had at least 2 different types of teeth. Just like mammals, like people and dogs and cats, we have different kinds of teeth. We have canines, we have molars. For eating different kinds of foods, Dimetrodon also had 2 different kind of teeth. It had like these really long, sharp teeth, and then I want to say shorter teeth. It wasn't meat eater. It didn't eat plants or anything like that. But having 2 different types of teeth is one thing that kind of tells you that this animal is more closely related to a mammal than a reptile, because reptiles, including dinosaurs, typically only have 1 kind of tooth. And yes, there is a type of dinosaur, at least one, that had more than 1 kind of tooth, but we're not going to talk about this in this video. Here's a picture of Dimetrodon, by the way. That picture, it was sort of still sprawling, but I don't know, I just thought that was a good close-up. So what is wrong with this toy? Well, the mouth is like gaping open. You'll see this in a lot of dinosaur toys. It probably didn't open its mouth like this. I feel like the shape of the head is a little wrong. It looks too much like a crocodile or a lizard. Dimetrodon, to me, had almost like, to me it looked like a lizard crossed with like, I don't know, like a dog or a wolf or something. I mean, maybe a hint of saber-toothed cat, because it had like these really sharp front teeth. So giving it this kind of mouth is not accurate. It should have a totally different shaped head and mouth and different kind of teeth. And maybe it shouldn't be so sprawled. And that is it for Dimetrodon.